The role and influence of the Church. England in 1189 was very religious. People believed in God, heaven and hell, and would frequently attend religious services. The Church was therefore a very dominant force in people's lives. Most of Europe was also Catholic and therefore loyal to the Pope, who was viewed as God's representative on earth. The King of England was therefore subordinate to the Pope's authority. The Church also had an hierarchical-based structure like the feudal system. The Pope was the supreme leader of the international organisation of the Church. The Archbishop of Canterbury was the head of the Church in England and had the role of supervising the clergy. He was supported by the Archbishop of York in the north. Underneath the archbishops were the bishops who would supervise local areas called dioceses. Several parishes sat within dioceses, each with a priest responsible for his own church. The Church was a very powerful institution of well-educated men who would serve as advisors to the king. It was a very important institution in the lives of ordinary people, as clergy gave spiritual advice and performed daily services. As a result, the Church was able to collect donations called tithes, which were 10% of people's earnings. Most people wanted to pay this donation, as they believed they would go to hell if they did not. The Church also earned income for charging for baptism, marriages, and burials. This made the Church a very wealthy institution. The Church also held lots of land and kept extensive written records of this land. Therefore, many people depended on the Church for their land, food, and employment. The Church was also an important source of money for the king, which gave it significant influence on the decisions made by the king. Church leaders also kept legal documents, and bishops served as judges. Priests also played a prominent role in teaching people to read and write and would support the elderly, poor, and the sick.